The world's only dedicated rib show returned to Cowes Yacht Haven this weekend, and organiser Hugo Montgomery Swan acknowledged the difficult economic conditions, but he was optimistic about the show. Hugo, how many years is it now that RIBEX has been at Cowes Yacht Haven?
Well, I believe it's 6 years. 6 years, and we're really happy to be back here again. There's no other venue like it, especially for our show.
So how difficult was it putting on this year's show in the face of all this economic doom and gloom?
Well, I have to say it was a challenge, more so than perhaps any other year. And the great difficulty we had was with people putting off the moment that they would confirm or commit to the show. And that becomes very difficult from the perspective of a show organiser, being able to make space allocations, finalise a plan, make announcements to the press about what products are going to be here, etc. But it's all come together, albeit the 9th hour, I think. And here we are, and it really is a full show. So relief and a mixture of that and satisfaction, I think, that it's all come together well.
Among the new engines on show were several from Yamaha. Last year was pretty difficult for everybody. How are you expecting this year to be?
It's pretty tough business-wise. I think everyone's working very hard. We're in the fortunate position of having some new products to launch here at RIBEX, so we're quite excited about the prospects for 2010. Well, we're launching here for the first time in Europe a new 70 horsepower engine and a new range of V6 in 300, 250 and 225 horsepower. Of course, they're all new, lighter, more powerful, and really rewriting the rule book for their classes, so a very exciting time.
Now I hear there's an outboard here that's immersion proof. Does that happen to be one of yours?
There is a Yamaha F60. A dealer on the island called Kevin Mole has made the inversion proof, which basically shuts off the intakes if the boat goes upside down, and that has real benefits in a commercial market. It may be an offshore oil rig, safety boat or rescue boat, working in big seas, so it's a real benefit to be able to right the boat, turn the key and know that the boat will start again.
The number of boats on show seemed to be down somewhat, but there were some new models on offer, including the unusual Paragon 25 and 31 cabin boats. They're arguably not ribs at all, as they've got solid collars rather than inflatable tubes, but they did attract a lot of interest. So Steve, tell me about the concept behind the Paragon yachts.
The Paragon yachts really are about a hybrid rib, really. They're actually built in Finland themselves, and basically they get a lot of icy waters. So if they had an actual tubed rib, then the ice could actually damage the tubes and eventually deflate them. So they need something out there that they want to play with, basically. So hence this the collar idea, and yeah, a bit of roughy tufty, really.
But they still qualify as a rib for the RIBEX.
Well, just about. That's right. I mean, they're sort of in Scandinavia, they qualify as ribs, like I say, so they can go out there in the rough stuff. So we're figuring that basically that's fair enough for here as well.
They stand out amongst everything else. They look completely different, not least because they've got a cabin, but they almost look like a sort of small, proper motor yacht. Yeah,
that's right, because it's sort of it's that medium where you've got to basically. It's for the girlies really, where they want toilets, they want cooking facilities and a weekend boat sort of thing, and get it out of the exposed areas, you know, that sometimes the sea can throw at you. So these come into that sort of market as well, so it's a step up from actually being a fully exposed rib.
Doesn't that top hamper their seagoing?
Yeah, sure, that's right. We've had that comment before, but everything's kept very low at the centre of gravity. When you actually walk into the boat, you actually walk down, and it's surprising how low you are. And the reason for that is to keep that sort of stability height basically low as possible, so you're not swinging around fundamentally, and you're actually got most of the hull in the water cutting through it.
The weekend weather didn't do the show any favours, but although numbers were fairly low, the exhibitors we spoke to on Sunday said the visitors who braved the cold were serious boat buyers and sales were made. That's good news for the industry, which will be hoping that this year sees economic recovery that lets people get back to the serious business of enjoying time on the water.